Afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to talk about a pressing issue today in the morning. And it's the concept of the lack of self-control from drug users within the New York City area. I conclude after 2 years and 4 days of being in New York City that this city is not for intellectuals right now. This should be an avoid city for college students coming abroad or for students transferring from Boston across the country here. I'm a scholar. I'm a scholar practitioner leader. I got that title. I spent 10 years in college. I'm a doctor. But this city's not safe for academics based on the lack of respect other people have for drugs. The current psychological state of the majority of New Yorkers does not respect the physical temple of other people. As a result, you might get drugged. They might blow smoke at your face inappropriately. They might abuse you when you're not sleeping. Right? When you're sleeping, they might abuse you when you're sleeping, hit you in the back of the head. They have a tendency, right? They like to be hitting the cerebellum. And what's the cerebellum? Cerebellum is the balance, right? Looking to cause a stroke. The targets these people got, it's not safe for academics to come to this city unless you're physiologic, you're a yoga major, unless you're an arts major, unless you're a liberal major, and you could probably go to the city and not give a shit because you're probably a dirty motherfucker anyway. But if you're a real academic and your shit's and your degrees, the sciences, the mathematics, the physics, avoid New York City at all costs. This city is outright drugging other people. They don't respect the physical temple. You'll pass out. Someone's going to assault you and or drug you. You'll go to sleep even at 4 in the morning where the threat should be minimal compared to, to falling asleep like a regular human being at 9, 10 o'clock. You'll still have some approach concept. Someone will approach you in the middle of the night. And that makes New York City 100% unsafe for anyone at any university. There's no free will here anymore. You have to be locked up, right? In your room, in your dorm. Do not go outside because outside, the train, the parks, there's going to be a drug addict element. And it's not going to respect you. It's going to go through your pockets. It's going to go through your belongings. It might assault you. It might drug you. And you're going to lack in school. You're going to lack in school. You're not going to be able to complete your coursework. They're destroying neurons out here left and right. Anyone can get it. These people are so fried out here, right? There is so fried themselves that they're looking to spread the psychological virus they got onto other people. I took 10 years of my life, right, to be this smelly monster that I am right now as the essence of pure free will, right? Dirty, smell like beer, unshowered, unclean for months now. 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months since I showered. But my neurons all stay here. The neurons, the mental clarity, the focus, the thought processes, the speed in which we do things should always be there. But unfortunately, this city is looking to put you down, is looking to fry you outright. All right, because the demographic doesn't respect drugs. The demographic cannot have enough self-control to not assault, to not drug, to not do things to a random stranger. I just left the public library. One of the librarians said, "Oh, shut up, it's all with you." A homosexual, a liberal homosexual. Why? Because I triggered him. You know what triggered him? Within the public library here in Battery Park, I said that I got to the highest academic level, capstone level mathematics, so that a piece of shit could come destroy my brain. I took 10 years of my life, right? Decided to come to New York City, and all that capacity continues to get lower. Not all my psychological, my academic capacity continues to take a nosedive. Why? Because they don't respect other people here. They don't respect our body. I said in the library as I left, this city's so dumb, it will put dope in Albert Einstein's nose. Everyone knows who Albert Einstein is. But that's the logic. They don't know who you are, but they're quick to drug you. They don't know who you are, but if they find you when you're not looking, right, sitting on a park bench like that, an old man with a beard like that, a genius, right, taking a nap after having a pint of beer, they'll drug him. If he decides to spend the night in a park sitting down with his belongings, with his bag next to him and his bicycle right there, right, they'll drug Albert Einstein. They'll drug him. Why? Because they don't care. Because New York City is so fucking liberal and so disgusting. It should be off the dean's list for transfer students. There should be a way in which we could reduce transfers to universities from other areas of the country that are not that dirty and not like here. Because you'll expose them to hard narcotics here. You will. You'll fry them. They'll fail. If they're in the sciences in here, they'll fail. They'll lace their drink. They'll inject them with shit. They'll drug them when they're not looking. They're not going to pass shit out here. They'll flunk the shit. You'll be spending 130-something thousand a year to flunk the shit here in this city. It's the only way. And even voicing it triggers them. You know, they know that I'm talking about the drugs that they're consuming. It immediately brings an attitude from the homosexual, from the LGBT crowd. It immediately triggers some form of anger, some form of hate. Why? Because they're a little dirty around the edges. Well, yeah, my body's dirty. I'm dirty. I don't care. But my brain should not be. You know? Having a beer or two, it should not have an effect on the amount of neurons I got in my brain. And that's all I consume. What I consume at best is 2 beers a day. At best, if not one, and it's always with a meal. So there should not be no psychological capacity decrease. There should be no slowness. There should be no fogginess of mind. There should be nothing involved with that. But every night, every once in a while, once or twice a week, 3 times a week, you got to be moving because people is using drugs around you. You got to be going left and right because they'll sit right next to you. Because drug addicts here do not understand that what they're consuming is affecting other people psychologically. And what do? They sit right next to you like nothing. They could be smoking hardcore narcotics next to you, smoking coke, smoking dope, and they'll sit 3 seats next to you. Not even inhale the shit and let the smoke hit your face. Let your nose capture the scent of what they're consuming. This is not a sciences city. Not natural, not physics. I don't want no student in this city as a doctor, right? Scholar. Yeah, look dirty. Look, it's a dirty homeless guy. Yeah. He don't shower. He likes to be like a dog. He's dirty, dirty. He don't care. Fingernails yellow, excess skin. He needs a bathtub, bleach, and a Brillo pad, right? And a dish cleaning sponge to clean his skin. But he's never gonna use drugs. Why? Because it's gonna affect this. It's gonna affect his brain. He's never gonna smoke, not a cigarette, not cannabis, not anything else. He's gonna have his pint and his food. But the demographic of the city, it's 8 million people. 8 million people. And if I were to give an assumption, throw a fish out there, a little coin, a little bait, 4 million people out of 8 million people is doing drugs in the city. Half of them. 50% is consuming something that they should not be consuming or that is illegal in other states. The high on phonics here. And from high on phonics comes the behaviors, the adapted behaviors between minorities, Hispanics and blacks, to go drug someone else. To go wait for someone to sleep and treat him like they know me. Hey, let's put some dope in his face. Let me put some coke in his face. Let me put some illegal narcotic. And a stranger not knowing the repercussions, not knowing the effort that person placed into growing their mind to graduate a bachelor, a master, a doctorate, right? And now after 10 years, you got 50% of all of New York City capable of drugging someone else. They don't care. They'll sit next to you and smoke the shit. They'll expose you to the illegal narcotic. They'll inject it to the worst ones. They'll inject it in your body without your consent, right? They'll put it in your nose, in your mouth. They'll take the key and use your tongue to clean the key that they snort narcotics with. They'll do all types of shit to you out here. I gotta go. I'm already on time. April 11th. April 11th. One more month for a real ID. After I get real ID, boom, I'm out of this shithole. Because people don't respect. Because the general population think they smoking weed. And the real population, the real OGs know that that's not weed. They frying everything and everyone around them. They're lowering down their intelligence capacity. You being exposed to so many drug addicts, to so many attempts at your health, all your capacity, all your ability to write, right? I wrote 50 pages in one day, right? Mathematics, critical thinking, they'll drive all that. Literature, reading, synthesizing, doing all these things, and they'll drive your potential down to a black person. Here. To a GED. Over time, if you're exposed enough, they'll drive your potential to a GED. Why? Because nobody's putting respect on them. Nobody's sticking them in jail like they should. Nobody's tackling them, beating them up over a marijuana cigarillo. Nobody's enforcing the law out here. All right? Drugs is the law of the land. Ah, everyone does drugs here. You don't smoke, you're singled out. You're drugged by them. Um, oh, in the end, in the end, this city would be 100% capable of taking an old man in the train and drugging it, not knowing it was Albert Einstein. Oh, they will. Oh, they will, baby. Take an intellectual and turn his brain into mush. They'll take a pristine cerebral environment and contaminate it with their values. Why? Because they don't respect your body. They don't respect your temple. Look, my temple is dirty, unswept. I need rainwater to get clean out here. I need rainwater because I'm not going to shower. Nah, not yet. They'll take your temple and make it filthier than a whole year without bathing. They'll take your blood and make it so filthy, not even a whole week of bathing could undo it. All right, because we build capacity over learning, over courses, over years, right? Of using it. And if you're not using it, and they're bombarding it, right? And the external environment is bombarding it with drugs, you're on a nosedive intellectually. As a result, this city's not for intellectuals. It's not. Avoid it at all costs. Get out of the city. Transfer from NYU, transfer from Columbia, avoid the five boroughs at all costs. Because this is fucking gangland. This is junkie land. Even Manhattan, they will drug you at night. It is unsafe and unclean. Yeah, now it's not your body that they want to tank because you could be filthy. They'll know you for years, but they will still be introducing foreign matter to your mouth, foreign matter to your nose, injecting it with dirty needles. They'll still try to get at your brain. They'll assault you in critical areas. They'll still pursue the act of having your intellectual capacity at a nosedive until they incapacitate you, until you're mentally ill. This Dr. Roman Bonilla, the Twitch, it's a system-wide public service announcement. We know you're doing drugs. Stay the fuck away from other people.